Dreamers, in this video, I'm going to show you how I get paid to buy a stock that I absolutely want to own at a cheaper price. That's right, you heard me. They're going to pay me to buy a stock that I already want to own at a cheaper price. I'm going to show you guys how to do it today in this video. No sugarcoating anything. The stock that I'm talking about is Apple. Of course, I love Apple, and it amazes me that I could get paid to buy Apple at a cheaper price. And every time I do it, I end up making money. I'm going to show you guys how I've been doing it in this video. This is not financial advice. Don't want to get caught up, but I'm going to show you guys how I've been doing it. In this video, I'm going to give you guys my step-by-step tutorial to set you up for the highest rate of success right in this video. So make sure you put out your pen, your paper, and your notepad so you don't miss out on any crucial information. So before we dive into it, guys, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell, because guys, right now inside of my analytics, it shows that right now we are an average community. We're sitting at around 15%. The average on YouTube is 10 to 30% that have all of their notifications turned on. So if you turn on that notification bell and we could get above 30%, I know you guys could get it above 30% because this is the best community on YouTube. So give me the loot. Give me the loot. We're going to get that money. I'm going to show you guys how to get that money. But if you hit that notification bell and get it above 30%, I'm going to be doing a giveaway on this channel. Either going to be a share of an Nvidia, Apple, whatever share that you guys want. I mean, that makes sense. Whatever share one of these tech companies, I'll give you one of those shares in a giveaway if we could get the notification turned on above 30%. So you guys want to get there a little quicker, go ahead and hit that notification bell. But yeah, guys, let me just show you right now that I'm not BSing, right? So on Apple right now, I got 540 shares of Apple. I'm up 40%. That's around $36,460, and my average price is $166. Now, I could confidently say that I never overpaid for Apple, because every time I bought 100 shares of Apple, it was at a cheaper price. It was at a price that I was willing to pay for it. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And it's a little bit of using the first couple of steps of the wheel strategy with the 3 key point systems that I'm going to show you guys in today's video. The wheel strategy is that you want to sell a cash secure put. This is the wheel strategy, just to say, hey, I am willing to buy Apple. All right, so Apple right now is at $233, and you say, hey, I'm willing to buy Apple only at $220. They're going to give me a premium from selling a put. We're on the other side of the option chain. So when you're buying a car, you betting that the stock going to go up. When you're buying a put, you betting that the stock is going to go down. When you and 90% of those day traders end up not being really good day traders and losing money. So if 90% are losing, who are the people that's on the other side that's winning, right? Who's the 90% that's winning? Those are the people selling options. So we're going to go to the other side of the option chain. We're going to be selling covered calls, selling cash secure puts. The only downside to this is that it do take a lot of capital. I'm not going to lie, but you don't have to do this on Apple. Today's example is just Apple alone. You can do this on any stock that you absolutely want to own. First step is that you want to sell cash secure puts on a stock that you do not mind owning long term. In Apple, I do not mind owning long term. So the first step is selling cash secure puts. Apple's at $233. Let's say I only want to buy Apple at $225. So I'm going to sell a cash secure put, and they're going to pay me a premium, right? They're paying me a premium, saying that, hey, if Apple don't pull back to $225, I get to keep the premium and then sell a cash secure put again the following week. If it do pull back to $225, guess what? I get to pick up 100 shares of Apple that I absolutely wanted to own, and I still get to keep the premium. So they paid me to buy shares of a stock that I wanted to own at a cheaper price. And then the second step of the wheel strategy is getting a sign, of course. And then the third step is to sell cover calls. I don't really sell too much cover calls on my shares of Apple because I want my shares of Apple. And as you guys can see, it's been doing me really well. I'm up 40% just from getting paid to buy shares of Apple at a cheaper price. Now, let me show you guys exactly my setup on how I do this on Apple. But wait, first, guys, if you want to learn every single thing about these steps, I highly encourage you guys to join the Dream Team. Right now, it is 50% off. The Dream Team is 50% off, and there I teach the wheel strategy, in depth on the wheel strategy, everything you need to know. You need to learn about the IVs, the deltas, what delta to sell it, the expiration date, everything that you need to know about the wheel strategy is inside the Dream Team. And here's the thing, guys, we hold Zoom calls every single Sunday. So if you want to be a part of the Zoom calls, I only have 4 spots remaining. At the time now I'm recording this video, it's only 4 spots remaining. Ain't no telling what it is at right now. I might open it up. I like to keep the classes very small. I'm gonna see how the Zoom class is this Sunday. I like to keep the Zoom classes very small so I can get to each and every one of you guys questions individually. You ask questions, it's gonna get answered, and you have direct access to me if you want to join the Lucid Dreamer Roll. Also, when you join the Dream Team, you'll be a part of the Lucid Dreamer Roll, where I have 7 pro day traders that post their option trades in there every single day. So guys, if you do want to be a part of the Dream Team, that link is going to be down in the pinned comment section and also inside of the description. Come and be a part of the best community on YouTube. Give me the loot. Give us the loot. All right, so here we go. Let's go back to TradingView. Now, here we are on TradingView on Apple. This is Apple, and let me show you guys some of the key points that I use. I love using the Bollinger Bands. This is the Bollinger Bands, this cloud right here. My settings on the Bollinger Bands right here, and let me show you guys my settings. I like to keep the length on 30. When you first set yours up, it's going to say 20. We're going to show you guys why in a second. All right, so I'm going to change it to 20 right quick, and the standard deviation, I'm just going to keep that at 2 and hit OK. Once you hit OK, you see the lines change a little bit. Now let me go back and change my settings. And let me go back and change my settings back to 30. I'm going to show you guys exactly what that is in a second right now. So we're going to hit OK. It's going to change back. Now, when your length is 20, it's going to take the last 20 bars, which right now we're on the hour chart. It's going to take the last 20 hours of the trading market hours, average that out, make this blue line, and then it's going to give us a standard deviation plus or minus, which is going to be the red and green line. And it's going to be a little jaggy. But when we change the length to 30, now it's going to take the last 30 bars, which is the last 30 hours, because we're on the 1 hour chart. It's going to average that out, which gives us a smoother line. And then the red and green is going to be +2 and -2 standard deviation. Now, why I love to use this is because when price usually pops outside of the Bollinger Bands, it kind of pulls back down to the bottom. And when price comes down to the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, it goes back up to the top. So when it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, that is when I love to sell cash secure puts, because the chances of it going back above, back inside of the Bollinger Band and going back above is higher than it is if we sold the cash secure puts at the top of the Bollinger Band, like right here. It's probably going to pull back. At the top of the Bollinger Band and it's overbought on the RSI, it's probably going to pull back. So that's not smart. If it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band and oversold on the RSI, then it's probably going to have recovered then it's probably going to have a short-term recovery and pull back up. Now down here we have the RSI. The RSI pretty much is the relative strength index. It shows that how overvalued or undervalued the stock is when it comes to the price. So whenever it's overvalued, like right here, price usually pulls back. When it's undervalued, it usually bounces and recovers. So right here, let's look at this trade right here on Apple. So down here on Apple, when it pulled back to the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, like right here at $227, and it's oversold on the RSI and it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, there's a high percentage. I'm not saying that you're going to win every time. It's a high percentage that is probably going to recover in the short term. Now, the third thing that you guys could look at is the 200 EMA, which is this yellow line right here. Apple loves to use this 200 EMA as a support and resistance lines. Whenever it pulls back to this line, it's like to bounce off of it, or if it's below the line, it comes back up to the line and might get rejected. It's love to use the 200 EMA as a support and resistance line, and they all line up right here. It lines up at around $227. It's at the 200 EMA. It's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band and is oversold on the RSI. So whenever I see something like that, I go into Apple. I go see if I have enough capital and cash to sell a cash secure put in order to buy 100 shares. I usually go way out of the money, like a 0.2 delta. Let me show you guys an example right quick. So we hit search. We go to Apple, AAPL. This is my Robinhood account. Don't worry about that. Hit trade options, and then we'll go out a week and we'll sell a put. So we'll look like for a 0.2 delta, that's 0.18 delta, and this is a 0.28 delta. So we'll look for like a 0.2 delta, that's 0.18. So we'll make $82 that week just from selling that cash secure puts whenever it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band. And so we'll go way out of money. Right now, Apple's at $234. And I say I'm willing to buy Apple at, let's just change it to down here at $225. So almost a $10 difference. That's really huge for Apple. That is a big move for Apple, a $10 difference. So let's say, hey, I am willing to buy Apple at $225. And if I get assigned shares at $225, I'm happy that if I get assigned those shares of Apple at $225. Now, let me show you why. So in this example, if we were sold a cash secure put on this day down here It's the price is at $227. I would have did a $10 difference. So I would have sold the cash secure puts at 217. So if it pulled back to 217, I would have been forced to buy 100 shares of Apple at $217, and I would have been extremely happy. But it did end up going up, so I just kept the premium. So whenever I see Apple at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, that's when I go in and sell. So one day I would have been amazed that if I would have entered this trade, I would have been perfectly fine getting assigned shares of Apple. So let's say right here, it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. It's at the 200 EMA. And it's oversold on RSI. It's not extremely oversold, but it's oversold. So this price point right here of Apple is at 200. Let's just call it $210. So I would have sold a $200 put on Apple. So I would have sold a $200 put on Apple. So down here. So way down here. If I wanted to be just like super safe, I would have sold a $200 put. I would have not got to sign those shares. But if I really wanted those shares of Apple, other than doing a 0.2 delta, I would have did a 0.3 delta. So other than it being at $210. So when it was at $210, I would have sold a $205 cash secure put. And that is right here. That means I would have got assigned these shares of Apple way down here. Let's say it's 200, and if it's at 210, I would have sold like a $203, $202 cash secure put. And then Apple did, even though it's at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands at the 200 EMA in oversold on the RSI, Apple did continue to pull back, and I would have picked up those shares at around $201. I would have been super happy to pick up those 100 shares at $200, but I did not have the capital at the time. As you guys can see, I already got around 500, 600 shares of Apple. So I'm trying to find more money in order to invest inside the stock market when I see good deals, because that was a really good deal. So let's just say I would have got assigned 100 shares of Apple at $201 because it did pull back. So once again, if you get paid to buy Apple at a cheaper price on a good, amazing quality company, eventually it's going to recover, and recover it did. So if we would have bought 100 shares of Apple down here at 202, it would have reached the all-time high of 240. It would have reached a new high of $241, and that's a 20% gain almost. That's a 20% gain in in 34 days in a month. And currently Apple is at 233 at the recording of this video. That is a 15% gain in 44 days, which is really extremely well. And that's how I've been using the Bollinger Bands, the RSI, and the 200 EMA. When Apple lines up on those three, and I absolutely want to buy these shares of Apple. I'm not doing too much real strategy on Apple because I want to own these shares long term. I don't want them to get called away, anything like that. That's why I have so many shares. So I'm selling cash secure puts on Apple. When I see it at a good value, that means I'm buying one of my favorite companies. I'm getting paid to buy one of my favorite companies at a cheaper price, and whenever I could get paid, get some extra capital, when I get that extra capital, it goes right back inside Apple. So unfortunately, Apple is so expensive because it is a doggone good company. But yeah, that's how I've been generating extra income in the market. When you see the same patterns appear over and over and over again in the market, because you've been in it for so long, you learn when to take good trades, and you learn when a good trade setup is, and then you learn what is a good price for a company. So if you see Apple at a good price already, and then you even want to buy it at a cheaper price, just be happy that you got assigned those shares of a good quality company at a cheaper price. Do not do this. I'm telling you guys right now, do not do this on a company that you don't want to own long term. Don't do that. I'm telling you, you might pay some good premium, but you're going to turn around and get bit in the butt. You only want to do the strategy on a company that you absolutely want to own. And who do not want shares of Apple? I know I do, so give me the loot. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comment section, what other stocks would you do this on? Because if you guys drop some gems down there, I do not mind picking up shares. That's a company that's a little bit cheaper than Apple. Apple is so expensive right now. That's why I don't mind doing cash secure puts, trying to get it at a cheaper price, trying to lower my average cost. Because remember, guys, the name of the game is to buy low and sell high. Don't buy at a decent price. You want to buy low. That's when you make the money. You want to buy low and sell high. Give me the loot. Don't buy at a decent price. That's how many investors get screwed in the end and don't have the biggest returns, is because you guys are buying at decent prices. You want to buy at low prices. And the best way to buy at low prices is to get paid to buy at low prices. If that makes sense to you, let me know down in the comment section. Also, while you're down there, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Let's get this community over 30% on the notification bells. And while you're down there, if you guys do want to join the Patreon, that link is going to be down in the pinned comment section. It's also going to be down in the description. Join the Dream Team while spots are still available. But other than that, guys, as always, I'm Zeke, bringing you Dream Green Conversations, and I'm out. Peace.
This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. All investments are by risk. Do your research. It is not licensed financial advisor. Any third party considered false under the fair use commentary and analysis. Please consult with a licensed financial advisor or professional in your area before making investment decisions.